Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mindless Show. Today's topic is childhood. I'm your host, Nicholas Dickle. Please welcome the guests.
So happy.
It's just an accent.
What's his name?
Nicholas
Wait, I thought you were Mr. Mindless.
That's
Yeah,
it,
I saw
Nicholas
you.
Oh yeah, you're Mr. Mindless, you liar.
He goes to like
I'm Mr.
some
Mindless.
really
I didn't
Catholic
realise I'd
strict
said that
school
so, I said
now.
it so quickly it didn't
It's quite
register in my own head. We got 4 minus 7, 7. We got I can't even see your head. Yeah, like a headless body going like. You got blartboi.
Thank you.
And we have Celtic Druid.
The other one. Yeah, I get to just
It's another tight
Who
squeeze.
do we have dancing off screen?
We got Pink Salad dancing off screen and Schmid Lab
dancing poorly off
eating
screen.
off screen.
Now the viewers are going to want to see this dancing that's off
Yeah,
screen. They're never going to get to see it.
Trust me, they don't know.
It's a darn shame. A darn
diggity
shame.
damn.
Don't you mean
If we
a
reach $5,000 a month on Patreon, you get exclusive footage of Pink Salad dancing off screen.
exclusive?
Yeah.
Right, can you stop dancing? It's kind of distracting. Alright, so we've known each other since, I think, how long have we known? I've known you since grade 1. I met you 2 in grade 2, that I can remember.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Something like
What
that.
year was that? Because that's...
Grade 2.
Let's see.
2010 was grade 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
like-
so back.
5, 4, 3, 2, so 2006, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that
2006,
sounds
yeah.
right.
No, that doesn't make sense. I swear 2005 was prep.
Was it?
No, it
No,
wasn't.
No, 2005.
Wait, 6, 5, 4.
2004 was prep, 2005 was grade 1.
Is there 6 years of process?
Are we all now?
Yeah.
Are we all now?
No, 7.
Yeah, I turned
That's
18
grade
like
1 to
yeah,
6
a
is
week
prep.
ago.
Yes, you did. Happy birthday for that. I forgot to message you.
Oh,
Yeah, so 2006 was grade 2.
I didn't.
Yeah,
You mean
but
you didn't
I-
remember?
I'm maybe going to do something in like the end of January.
What do you mean you didn't remember?
What?
You said
Your
something.
Yeah, my birthday
Oh.
was like a week ago
Oh.
or something. What's the date today?
It says it's the
12.
12. 2 weeks
No,
ago.
yeah, 12.
Wait, 2 weeks ago. It's like,
End of
30,
December.
You're building like Christmas. Like
5 days after.
Yeah.
I know someone whose birthday is on literally Christmas.
No, I do too.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for them. They only got they get Christmas and birthday gifts at the same time. Anyway, so are we all 18?
Yeah,
You're always-
I am.
You're okay. You're still 17. So probably by the time this comes out,
You're
you're
very
18.
older than me.
No.
I don't know why I thought
Younger.
that.
No, I'm older than all of you. No, you are older than me, aren't you?
I was born on October 11th.
Yeah, you're a couple weeks older than me.
Oh, yes.
I'm
the
late
oldest
October,
and the
you're early
stupidest. Logic prevails.
You've had more opportunity in which to be stupid.
Yes, that's a very good way of putting it. That's actually right.
And I'm
never thought of it that way.
recapping my own knowledge and explain to you as to how we all know each other. So I met you in grade 1, and only because I went to the primary school that we all went to. I went there in grade 1. I went to a different primary school in grade
Oh
1.
yeah, I forget that.
Yes, forget that. I don't make
What
a
did
big
you
deal
forget?
about it.
I mean,
I went to one primary school, then I went to an next.
Really?
The second one was the one that I met you all
So
in.
wait, you
Centre primary
only
school.
basically did prep in this other.
I did prep
one.
at this other school, which was like a long distance away, and then it's just like just around the corner is the primary school where you go to.
Yeah, I mean
So
it's
like
prep,
7
but that doesn't
years.
really matter.
How come? Why'd you switch?
It was just there was problems with Sam and his education, and the teachers were cheating. A whole bunch of shit was going on, so we're just like, yeah, scoop that one over there. It's like, and it's not a religious school, so we don't have to spend like 6 hours a day praying.
Well, it's always better. I
It's
literally,
always better.
when I picked my high school, I just wanted like not like a religious one, so I don't have to fucking like pray to Gandhi or some shit. Like
Gandhi, pray to Gandhi. I mean, I want to be part of that religion. Gandhi was pretty cool.
I'd rather pray to Gandhi than some god.
And then it was for year 7, only Celtic Druid and myself went to the same high school. These two went to completely different high schools. To
Yeah.
our house.
Wings.
And then you ended up leaving. And
I left again. Yeah.
What year level did you leave?
I left in year 10. I left in
Did you get
at the end of year 10. No, I went to a specialist math science school in the city.
Whoa, that sounds
yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, it sounds fancy. It was like a $7 million building that never worked properly.
Oh.
Like literally the heating didn't work, the plumbing didn't work properly.
Wow.
The way the windows were designed, it just got really hot on like the tables that you were supposed to work at.
That sucks.
Also, we were like still part of the mainstream, but everyone in mainstream kind of low-key hated us. And we had to like go up 6 6 flights of stairs to get up to the year 12 bit of the main school.
Well, it's quite.
And I had to do that every day this year for history because it was in the main building because I was the only one from the
I mean,
science
we did
bit.
last year.
Last,
It's 2017 now, dude. Get
Yeah.
with the time.
It's 2017 people.
so yeah, that was
Once.
fun.
For once,
And I got,
a year
you
before
know,
release.
A lower rating than I expected, which is a shame, but hey, shed tear.
Are you,
Wait, do we
when
want
you
to
guys were
discuss
growing
that?
up,
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
On the
fine.
show?
when you guys were growing up,
We can discuss that off camera.
Was there a big thing about the idea of you had to do? We used to be guys stressed out with doing high school and like, because what did you guys want to be when you grew up after primary school? As a kid, what did you want to be?
When
As a kid.
when I was a kid, I wanted to be a teacher, and then I grew up and realized how much I hate kids. Fucking despise them.
Okay,
And
well,
like,
you want to be a teacher.
screw that.
Hey, you could teach at like a uni or something where you don't have to deal with children.
But then you have to actually be
Yeah, but-
smart.
Yeah, you have to be called-
Uni lectures
Hey, you
don't
can
really...
teach art degrees. It's fine.
I'm already more than qualified.
What about
Uni lectures, I don't think have to get like a teaching qualification.
Yeah, I mean, my dad lectured at a uni for a while about OH&S stuff. That was what uni was saying. That was like the Trobe. He was doing stuff out for a bit.
What about you, Drew? What do you want to be? What was your aspirations as a child? What do you want to be?
I wanted to be like a baker at some point. I remember that. I was like, hey, I want to make cakes.
pretty
That's
cool.
fun.
I know literally no one who wanted to be like a fireman or a policeman or like these really cliche things
Yeah.
that like people try to be as a kid. I'm
I
like,
want to
Yeah.
climb.
I
the
never
moon.
wanted to be any of that. I mean, to be honest, I did want to be a detective, but that was like, it was like a different, more like a different form, like forensic shit. That's what I wanted to.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was very big into forensic science.
Yeah,
I still love science.
Because you
I'm just-
watched Dexter. That's what happened.
Yeah. I
And you
had
read
like a
Dexter
kit,
as
and
well.
I had a kit since I was in primary school. That was
Yeah.
all forensics and shit, and that's why I always loved it, and chemistry and whatever. But I'm not that smart at science, or can't really be fucking bothered at science. So
Yeah.
instead, I do film because
Well, you-
it's easier and
Yeah.
more fun. What
I
about
mean-
you, for Mana?
I probably always wanted to do something like construction, engineering, stuff like that.
Yeah.
which-
Dedication. Respect.
It's good.
And what about now? Do you still want to do that stuff?
Yes, well, I've-
Obvious.
yes, I'm going into. I put preference for Monash double degree engineering and commerce. So,
Yeah, neato.
What about,
so that's the.
He's probably going to end up being the most successful out of all of
Good
us.
tier.
well, what about you two? What
I'm looking at getting into engineering, preferably aerospace, but I got just too low to get into that, but I'm going to get into, I can probably get into mechanical engineering and then transfer. So that's probably what's going to happen. And then I get to design cars and stuff.
That's so good.
And Blast?
What uni? RIT.
RMIT.
I want to do film and television scenes.
The same school for everything.
Yes.
RMIT is
Lazy.
slightly
Yeah.
lower.
I'm
No,
not
I like making.
fun to
I
make
like
films.
making films.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to make
up to my
films.
YouTube then.
I'm gonna quickly plug my own short films. Make sure you watch Relax Max on YouTube,
Oh.
one of the greatest short films of all time.
I'll put it in the description. I've actually seen it.
And also Something Out of Nothing, my year 12 film.
That film was like so funny.
Thank you,
I
thank
don't
you,
know.
thank you. It was pretty much just like
It
the
was really
idea
something
I
out
got.
of nothing.
The idea I got was that's purely true. I couldn't think of a good idea, so I just came up with that. Like, yeah, I'll just do that. For those of you who don't know, my short film was about a guy in year 12 who doesn't know what to do for his media short film. So he tries to come up with different ways to get an idea, but nothing works. And then he does get an idea at the very end that the audience doesn't know about, and he works on it. And then it turns out at the very end that his idea for a short film is about a guy in year 12 media
yeah.
who doesn't know what
That's
to do
so
for his
meta.
short film. And so I came up with that idea because I couldn't come up with an idea. So it's like, what if I just do this? Like,
It's
yeah.
just on and on
I don't
forever.
I feel like my film's way more fucked up than that. I mean, yours is extraordinarily
Did you
better. Mine's
You should
literally
have
out
had it
the end
end
of
with
the
it zooming out to
fucking
you
world.
editing the video.
Yes,
I did.
Only one card.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I was just like, good enough. In the thing, like, but yeah, that one was just like pretty much like just me, the movie, because I just
Man.
like figured mess.
I need to get my hands and then just edit it so the end is just an infinite loop of zooming out. Like, oh, it'll do.
Just keeps
Oh,
going.
it'll do.
And what uni like go to?
Uh,
or whatever.
Well, I wanted to get into swim, but I'm not smart enough for swim gun, so hopefully Deacon, if not
How are you
Deacon.
smart for swim? I thought you were smarter than me.
Deacon didn't ACAT, well, The thing is,
What
year
courses are you
12,
trying to get into for?
like Bachelor of Film and Television, and they want expected ATAR of 90 plus. It's
Yes, I know.
like,
I've tried
yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's what you need to get into engineering.
Exactly, it's
Yeah,
so
that's
dumb.
like-
What the hell?
I
Like
think
you could be a doctor basically on that.
I think I'm getting in for a I did a portfolio thing and I'm getting in for
Is that the diploma?
For a diploma, yeah.
Yeah, I did that, but I got like awkward and I botched it. So I got the B type, so like I'm basically the backup. So
I
if,
got an A type and I don't know, but like I had like all this everything from like my game channel. I had so much shit
Really?
to talk about. Yeah, I had a whole fucking hard drive full of shit. I had
Damn it.
3 scripts with me showing how I've evolved. It's just like, it was like pretty much like a how could you not take me in? I'm like,
I probably could have gotten an A if I actually showed them my portfolio, but like I got spooked because they were watching my like short films and shit, and I had like papers of stuff that I did behind the scenes, like pre-production stuff.
yeah, because they're very big on pre-production.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I fucking knew
I
that
didn't even
because
show
I just showed them my
I just
short.
showed them scripts and
I
films
showed
and
them my short films, which they just fucking tore to shreds. Like they just kept pausing it. What's wrong with this shot here?
What?
Like twice,
They're
twice in
right.
one video.
So they turned it into a hat.
Yeah, it's just a fucking roast. It's a roast.
Wow, my
And then I was like so off put by that when she was just like, is there anything else you want to share? My mind just hit a fucking blank. I'm like, no, that's it. So I didn't show them any of the things that I printed out and put effort into. Like,
That
they
sucks.
were like,
That
you gotta
really
have
sucks.
up to 4 minutes of footage. So I put like a whole bunch of shit in 4 minutes of footage, and they're like, so
40
like,
minutes of footage.
4 minutes of footage.
Oh.
So I'm like, I've got this 4 minutes of footage. It's like a good montage of everything I've done. And they're like, okay, well, show us your best stuff. I'm like, alright, I'll go to a different video. So I ended up going to my short film instead of going to this video. Like everyone just found that so funny. I went to all this effort to make a 4 minute clip of a big montage, and I'm like, I'll just show you other things instead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I ended up like
It's great.
cutting clips from my short film, but then like when they got there, they're just like, well, why did you not just have like the whole short film? And I was like, because you said to have like 4 minutes, but then there was this one guy who's, because it was so vague with that, because in the end they just watched like whatever, regardless of the length.
Anybody was like an
And so
estimate.
this one kid got fucked over because he was like, he didn't bring any of his short films because none of them were like 4 minutes.
That sucks.
And they're just like, oh, why didn't you like bring any? Like, because like you said, like 4 minutes. Like, whoa,
That's
C-type for you. You're
It
not going to
would
cinema,
have been
boy.
smarter had
Yeah.
you been like, I'm just gonna cut like a montage
Yeah,
clips
you'd
or
think
something
you'd have
like
just
that.
Yeah,
or something.
and then I feel sorry for one girl who
I'm-
didn't even have any video at all.
Wow.
Like,
Like she hadn't made any, or she hadn't bought any?
she hadn't made any, and she only had like photos and stuff. And so like for ages, the teacher, or not the teacher, the like interviewer, at one point, so like while she was interviewing, because it was in group interviews.
Oh yeah.
And as she was interviewing the girl, and she like knew that she didn't have any videos, the interviewer just like at one point just like stopped talking and just started staring at the girl, and she was like this, and she's like, I'm not sure if you should be at this course or not. I'm just trying to think. And I was like, it was just so mean.
Yeah,
like, what the
really
fuck, woman?
cool.
I was like, oh, it was awful. It was bloody
man.
terrible. Hopefully I get into Deacon at least.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean, you can do it. Get into wherever eventually.
But eventually, because with the Swinburne thing, because I botched that, so I'm like on the backup. So if one of the people who did get in can't go, then like I get in next.
You get to.
I hope you
You
get
hear
in
a
because
tragic
I want
accident.
another friend in the class. Like I've got no friends, so I've got to introduce myself to these people. I'm like, fuck, I hate doing that.
Meeting new people isn't that hard. I mean, I
It
managed
really
it, and I hate people.
I'm really hoping
I
to
mean,
meet new
fucking
people. at
7,
uni
8,
at
6
least.
years of high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
I introduced myself to a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the transition from primary school to high school with getting new
That was
friends?
so much
I mean,
easier than I thought it would.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought it would be a bloody
Really
night.
I was really lucky. I just made a whole bunch of new friends, literally like within like a month. Just they're like, oh, school count. Hey, you nerds, what's going on? Because I was in the all boys class. I mean, there were a few nice people in there, but most of them were kind of. I mean, they were all nice guys, but they weren't really.
Some of them were very, very immature.
Yeah, they were a lot. We got a guy who transferred from another class because it was so bad into our class. That ruined. Like, at least the class was okay. We all respect. Everyone. They all had a laugh at the teachers' expense. Well, no, they all had a go at the teachers, but in a fun way. It was. They all. They all knew it was like for a laugh. It was like because we had like
Yeah.
teachers that were in it for a laugh.
Yeah.
for the most part. And it was alright, everyone knew it was just in good fun.
The laugh is
And then this guy came in and he was just so obnoxiously terrible to the teachers. Yeah. Somehow he made it through to year 12, I think.
This
Name
boy's
and
one of
shame
them.
him.
Josh. He
Johnson.
ruined that class.
Oh, that guy. Freaking.
No, he did
wow.
not make it to. He did not
Did he
make it
not?
to year
Oh,
12.
thank goodness.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I think
You've
he was
been
out of school
called
before
out.
year 11 even.
He
so.
challenges you to a duel.
No,
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 you
no,
don't.
no,
Actually,
no.
yeah.
Seriously.
I can sword fight. Come on, bring it.
I think he was in VCal.
Yeah, probably.
That's
No,
why
no,
like, a lot of
no.
people
He didn't make it out of that. He didn't make it.
Because most people, when they go to VCal, they just disappear off the face
Like
of the earth.
even the people who like who didn't make it came to markup day, and I didn't see him then.
Yeah. Anyway, he really screwed that class because he just encouraged everyone to be everyone who was sort of on the verge of being an idiot. He just pushed
the big
over.
leader, yeah.
But he was
Yeah,
always
pretty-
really. I
exactly
knew him
that.
in grade 6 from like
There's
summer's
always
camp,
one.
and he was there.
Oh,
and
he
he was
was
like
summer's
giant tall. And
Yeah.
I was friends with him because he was in my group. Because I'm like, I have to be friends with people
Yeah,
who
fair
are
enough.
complete talls. But like, you said the transition was not hard for me at all. I mean,
Yeah.
the first day like orientation, I was with you. We nearly walked out of the fucking school.
Did we?
Yeah, we
I
ended
have
up
no
walking out the front
recollection.
gate because we had no idea where we were. There was a road in the school, and
Yeah.
we've never had that before. So
Yeah, that was really
we
that is
almost
weird
left.
though.
And then there was my class, like half of my class were people from my primary school. So
Yeah, whereas
had
I was
so
all
many
alone.
friends.
I knew this guy and that was it. And there were a few people who I knew existed who went to my primary school. But beyond that, I had like no friends. Oh, there was also like Max and something.
Yeah, there was, Max was.
But yeah, I wasn't quite as close
Max
with him back then.
Yeah,
He
well,
hated being called that, remember?
Oh yeah, he still does. He still hates it. Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Maximilian.
unlike you
Maximilian.
guys who got like, what was it? I think about like 30 kids stage to North Canton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got to
to
be.
your two high
We
schools.
never got even more
I think
than that.
With
they were
the
good
high
numbers.
school that I went
Yeah, it
to,
was
like
four
5.
or 5.
Yeah.
You-
And like half of them went to like
The other
Preston
campus, yeah,
so-
yeah.
But anyway, like I didn't. Really
Oh,
want
didn't you go to Preston campus?
No, I went to. I went past this morning. But I some guys that ended up going to the math science school went to parade, and I never ended up.
Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, I never ended up asking them.
Wait,
on campus,
did
'cause
he
you might have known them.
go to your
Guys.
campus?
It's funny. I was walking.
They're there.
I was walking the Wood Street like about maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Everyone,
And it was like one of the
like-
last days of this
You'd
one of
think-
the last days of school at the primary school. And he was walking with like his younger sister. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's Jackson. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep talking to my friend and pretend that he doesn't exist.
You
Yeah,
think
same.
he'd have
Like,
been less
You,
obnoxious
you
over
realize
time.
everyone does that. Like he's hated by everyone. I don't know who in the world likes him. Like
I
may
walking
think
in
it's cool, but there's some people
back in
who
grade 6, I used to tolerate him because I felt really bad that
I used to
everyone hated
ride
him.
home with him because we were desperate. Like he lives like a couple blocks away, so we used to ride home together.
Oh no.
And then we were decent friends, and I knew a lot of people hated him. But I was just like, he's okay.
Yeah, it was the
And then
kid.
once high school, he was. I never
Thing
told him
is,
again.
he was just sort of mildly obnoxious. He wasn't like obscenely
No, he wasn't actually.
awful.
Oh, but he
bad.
kind of escalated.
Oh really?
You get even worse.
How
even
bad did
worse.
it get? What was
I don't
what
know.
was peak awful?
Oh,
Was he just like?
I
What?
tried not to pay attention, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know. It's just like him being there. It's just like ugh.
He's
Yeah, there's always one person like that where it's like,
he's
I don't
probably
think-
got like
No,
some
like-
social anxiety or something weird like that.
He was always the kid in primary school who brought things to school to make friends. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be a friend if you play with my Dragon Ball Z Monster Hunter or something.
Yeah, you'd never do anything like that, would you? Hey.
Yeah, I was thinking about
You
that.
never-
Like
you never
earlier today, I realized like, oh my god, I used to bring shit to school to make friends. What the? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
good segue in. This is classic primary school pictures.
Gotta get over it.
I love that I don't have a face. It's just my hat.
Yeah.
So you got Bryn in the hat there, or Celtic Druid, I should say, in the hat there.
Oh my god!
Remember my dry headache? No.
I think this episode
Josh knows where you live now.
this episode's got a bit into
Full mana, and he's got me. That's not
Full
my
mana
DS.
77.
It's
And
his.
blartboi
was
behind
taking.
the camera
It's
with an
where is
old
he?
school
There.
scroller thingy.
Yeah, you can take it on the film, of course.
Yeah.
I don't even remember this, but I remember that we used to do shit like this. We used to
Yeah.
have a corner where we played MTG.
Yeah,
and shit.
on the concrete.
That was in
like
like grade 5 and 6. But even earlier in grade 2 and 3, like the little foyer inside, when like
Yeah.
we'd all play on the DSs, and like everyone, all the other people were like, "What?"
I remember
And-
watching your
but-
brother play like Pokemon on his Game Boy in like the grade 5 portables, or in like the door in the shade.
Yeah, but then what happened
Yeah.
was like they made it so you weren't allowed to play.
What
You
fucking
weren't,
grade 3 teacher?
yeah.
Oh, it's
you
that
weren't
one?
allowed to
Yeah,
bring.
what's her name?
Miss Lynn was it?
She was like the only decent maths teacher I had in primary school.
She was the only reason why I enjoyed math until like
Yeah, literally.
year 9
like,
when I got boring.
I had Gillies in year 7. He was worse than her. Like I learned less maths.
Jesus. Even,
Who was it?
someone's fucking finger.
That's my finger.
Gee, I wonder
No, the sun's just being blotted out by an apocalypse. The sky's turning red.
recognize these people.
I haven't. There's a lot of practice
That's
people. I
Olivia.
haven't-
Olivia, Samantha,
Bridget,
Bridget. Is that Vanessa? I can't even see from this angle.
Is that Samantha or is that Claudia?
I'm pretty sure that's Samantha.
Oh, this is
She got dark chocolate
Is this
thing.
a primary?
Really? When?
No,
Oh, like a
it's
few years ago.
Wait, you
I don't
didn't
I think so. If Samantha's the
Didn't
one, I
she
think.
leave out of school?
Yeah.
Yeah, she never finished out. She went to
Yeah,
something.
I don't, because I was like,
Oh,
I can't
I'm only
remember
thinking
what
someone
she
else
looked
then.
like. I have to
Oh.
take a look at it.
But someone from primary school.
No, I don't remember at all.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I remember
I was
her
saying-
existing, like she was a friend of a friend or whatever the fuck. But, like,
I was talking about like in like grade
Oh,
2 and
even a good
3, we would
picture.
always have the
I'm wearing my shit
like be in the
glasses.
foyer with the DSs, and they made it. They like had a rule you can't bring a DS to school, but like eventually we sort of just like got a bit rebellious and bring them anyway, because like, and the teachers would just like whenever a teacher walked by, we'd always hide them. And then there was like a drug raid or something where one of the teachers like caught us and like, hey, you're not supposed to have DSs. And they're like there was like 20 something kids in there that all just like got them all out and like
It's somewhat illegal
interrogated
that you
them.
have pictures of children.
Well, I was a children, and that's
I was.
Yeah, I know. Listen,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't even
those
remember
flags.
the classroom. Jeez.
Have you guys seen the
milking shit.
no the prep and prep and
Yeah.
one's campus?
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, I went there and it hurt my brain.
So
I
high
haven't
tech.
been there
The,
for so long
the
now.
cooling and heating system did not work properly. It got way too hot and way too cold, and they had to get someone to actually
Jesus
illegally
Christ.
hack it because they legally couldn't.
How do you, were you still at the other campus when they were doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget
It's
that.
somewhat sad
Yeah.
because I only spent 1 year at that at the lower, because we had a senior school and a junior school. And
Yeah, they're
two
like-
different separate locations.
They're part of it. They're like a block away, or not even half a block.
I only went to the junior school for like 1 year, so I didn't realize it was a senior school or whatever. But like, I just look at this picture and see like so many of these people who are either I'm friends with them on Facebook, or I even went through year 12 with them, thinking
Yeah.
they turn into such tools.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Name them. Just point them.
Hey man, shame.
I
Hey man,
see.
shame.
I can't fucking see
that
from there.
It's Edith.
What happened to
What happened to him? He used to be alright.
He used to be alright.
He
He ended
was,
up being.
he was actually fine.
He got to a pretty bad level. I mean, most
Oh,
people,
really?
most people
Edith,
did.
you've been called out. He challenged you to a fight to the death. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's a lie.
I think his locker was like above mine in year 7. He was alright back
We have
then.
lockers? Oh, right, yes, and I thought you meant primary school.
We had like the bag lockers.
This,
We
that
bag
memo. Yeah.
Yes, we have bad lockers.
And we would have the trays, yeah.
books, yeah.
So easy to steal from people's bags. So
Oh yeah.
One time someone stole, what's her name? Natasha stole everyone's Smiggle shit.
Oh her.
And
Which
she
one?
had
Wasn't there two of them? Two Natasha's?
there was
Yeah,
a nice one.
There's
and
a
there was
nice
one
one and
I
the
think I
bitchy one.
Yeah. Oh,
There
man.
was
Fuck, there's
Natasha
stereotypes.
Tinsey got, which I think was, I don't even know how to pronounce that last name after all these years.
There was one that looked
Better
like a
off
mouse and there was one that looked like a
Yeah.
rat. That's how I describe it.
Yeah, but I remember the bad ones or the annoying one. I
I
remember.
think they were both, I think they were
Like the
both
fucking Wicked
bad
Witch of the West or
individuals.
some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, but like the one that stole people's stuff.
Yeah.
You remember when we did dancing? The like
Yes, in the-
formal ballroom
In
dancing.
the milking shed, yeah, in like grade 6.
You don't recall that? We did formal dancing.
We were forced to do
I
it.
was late
don't
because of
remember
a doctor's appointment. I had to dance with her. That was really bad.
Oh, no.
We had a
Poor
sand
guy.
at school. Fuck, we did.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm still like I still remember it. I'm scarred.
Jesus.
Oh man.
I must have not.
I have not seen
He
any
would-
of these
I'm
people
pretty
for
sure he would
so
have done
long.
it. It was like compulsory thing.
How many pictures of aliens do you have?
2, what?
Oh man,
You
that
have
kid.
more than 2 pictures of aliens.
Really?
Hey, they were
it was
best
like
buds.
it was like the. I
He was
think
really
it was
photogenic.
probably like one of my favorite friends in
Is
grade 3 or
Bridget?
something.
She's
He's
still
a prank.
around.
He's always a pranker. I even ran into him a couple of weeks ago. I even asked him if he wanted to be on the show. He he liked the offer, but he wasn't interested in being on the show.
yeah.
But, like I was like, there are so many people
Who are
like
these
that.
folks?
Like,
Is that-
even James.
Justine.
Even James, who I went through all primary school, we went through all high
Oh, wait, I
school.
probably shouldn't say that.
We ended up
Before that.
like, had a bit of, we kind of had like a fallout. You know,
What
like,
could go
we didn't
wrong?
really talk for a bit, for a couple of years, and like we were even
Well, this is
in
Elias,
math
right?
school. No, this is James.
James. Oh, yeah, James.
Yeah, so
He was alright.
James was doing like my math class like all of last year, all of year 12.
Oh, really?
Right, like on like muck up day, I
His
actually
voice was
had
so
like
good.
like had a proper goodbye with him because like we hadn't really talked all year.
Oh,
we
man.
hadn't talked for like 2 years, and
Yeah.
it was
Crap.
just like been good knowing you over these past couple of years, like since primary school.
Hey
He's one of my
guys,
first fucking
you
friends.
remember Matthew from the redhead?
From the
Yeah,
redhead.
the one
Matthew, the redhead from primary school.
Yeah, the
You
one with
remember
the
him?
system.
Yeah, I know him.
End of grade
He
6.
went to my-
End of grade 6, I promised I would keep talking to him. Haven't spoken to him since.
You should. He's
He
on,
became
I think he's on Facebook.
He
and he told me
became
Max,
the,
his friend, he's
uh,
friends with him.
year level captain in year 12.
Yeah, I can see
They
that.
had a
It's
year level
insane.
captain in primary school.
What? I
No,
don't know.
at high school.
No, high school. It's
Oh,
year 12.
yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them like
Half of my attention is in this book
because
right
I go
now.
to
It's
non-victory games
the
and they
Star
go
Wars
to it as well. They
Oh,
catch
yeah.
the train at an undisclosed station.
What is that?
That's
That I
me
usually go and I
after
usually see
school
them,
care
but like
after
it's not. It's
Which
it's
is
a bit
okay.
awkward because like
Oh
there's
my
no
God, I haven't
like
seen
they
this.
kind of don't talk and then I don't like.
Yeah,
There's
it's,
no,
it's
like-
so awkward.
You don't want to just
Whenever
go up to them and be like,
yeah.
"Yo, I haven't
When
spoken
they
to you
say
for like
pretty
6
in
years,"
pink,
but
they really
Yeah, I
need
mean,
went to
emphasize
primary
the
school.
pink.
I did that with what's her name? Sister.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh,
She
yeah.
went to my school. She went to my school.
Oh.
We called
Yeah,
the
that's
same
Amy.
pram.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's one day after like she was in my class for like year 11, and I didn't say I said words were
Yeah.
one of them had to do a group activity together.
She took
Yeah.
over.
Then
Yeah, Rosie.
on the tram, oh, it might have been at the bus stop. She called the same bus as me sometimes as well. I was like, hey, Jacinta. She's like, oh, hey, Brent, how are you? And then we just like spoke to each other for the rest of the year. And I was
Really?
like,
Yeah,
I was like,
it
geez.
happens. That's,
I was like, geez, why didn't I do this last year?
yeah,
Because I had like no friends in that English class.
yeah.
Oh,
And
well. I
It's
should.
so awkward when you have to when I've run into like people who I haven't met since primary school that go to my primary school. Like I ran into like Patrick, Vincent, and
Yeah,
DJ.
They
like
went to my high
yeah,
school.
like a
yeah.
couple of years ago at
They're
the
alright.
Hungry Jacks. They're all right. But it's just like the most fucking awkward thing. Like
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk to these
2-3 years
people.
ago.
I'm done. Like and so, but you have to like because they were ordering and they like all like looked and saw me at the same time. I was like, oh yeah, hi
They-
guys,
they
it's been
know.
so long. Yeah, and just like just fucking hightail it. Like it was just
Fucking Patrick's in my
it's
class
terrible.
all of the year 12. Like,
Yeah.
English. English and maths, yeah.
and
And Vincent was in my media class, like, they're fucking everywhere.
yeah, and Jackson I saw as well. I just ignored just.
Yeah.
It was on the opposite side of the street. I
With
just
the bag
kept
over your
walking.
head, run to work.
I
Just
saw him on TV once.
Really?
Yeah, you know, ABC3, they used to do this like sponsor of the show thing where you just send in your photo.
he
and
was
your
actually
name.
Really?
He was,
actually got it.
I happened to flick onto it, and it was just, I was at my grandparents' house, and I just flicked on to the channel, and it's just Jackson's face. I was
That's
like,
pretty
what is
crazy.
this? Yeah, it was really weird. But I remembered it. That's literally the only contact I had with him.
It's capital, remember?
Yeah, ABC3 no longer exists.
ABC Mini.
Why,
Yeah.
what about
Why
like
did they
the-
change it?
the-
Don't know.
Because the host
To
were like,
reflect if they added a new online service.
Ah.
To reflect that big change.
What about the fucking what is it? The teachers that we have behind school. Like
You know,
I saw Miss Dart like earlier this
The
year.
last
She's
day-
a grade 6 teacher now.
The who?
Miss Dart, the teacher I had in prep.
All
I didn't have
of
any
my-
music prep, but I was like,
except
oh,
my-
no.
Prep and grade 6, they're all gone. All left.
Oh wow.
Really? Even
Yeah.
Joe?
No,
Oh, yeah.
prep and 6.
Yeah.
Why
Maybe
don't
I saw
you-
that.
you should
Surprised me.
Yeah.
I went in year 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The principal still remembered us.
I'm,
Yeah,
yeah,
Miss
so
Miss
I'm never
Patterson.
gonna see him.
Yeah, me,
I think the last time I said
Victoria,
hello to you
Matthew,
was literally last day
Danielle,
of school.
Robbie.
6.
We all went to like, because our whole
Oh, man, I used
thing
to
went
run
to
when I
a
was in
literal
Victoria.
thing, and then when we were coming back from that, we all went to the primary school. She like knew every single one of
Yeah.
us. The second she saw us, she was like, Victoria, Matthew.
Yeah, they-
yeah, it was fucking like,
Principals-
don't even hesitate.
principals
They
take-
principal.
They take pride in remembering every student's name.
Unless it's the high school.
I haven't
No,
been
no,
back.
Yes.
no. Like our principal at high school, he took pride in remembering everyone's name, pretty much.
Our principal,
I mean, when he could.
'Cause we went
Yeah.
And it was getting a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Well,
back to
I'd
my
imagine
primary
so.
school since like Noah's final year, and that was like 4 years ago or something like that. So I haven't been back. I walked past the school, like say on the way to Max's or whatever.
I went to the
Michael's or
book
even
fair.
yours or whatever. Like I've never once actually gone there and hung out with, like seen the teachers or anything. Like I literally want to do that so badly.
It's
I'm
a
fucking
bit-
finished
you
high
all
school,
should do it.
and I want to talk to
Well,
my old.
Oh, your phone.
episode.
It's a bit awkward. Not this, but
Yes, you guys can
it's
do
a
it.
bit awkward because whatchamacallit, I ran into. I didn't run into when I was there. I talked to Joe, the
Yeah.
grade 16.
Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure he didn't remember me, but just pretended that he did because he was just like, "Oh, it's you guys. It's been so long since I've seen you. Wow."
Thing is, they just
He didn't
assumed
say-
you were a former student.
Yeah, he didn't say like any of
Yeah,
our
he said
names.
He remembered me because I was. Oh, remember
You can see my
Rose?
face,
I can't remember her last name.
Yeah.
I was forced to sit next to her for all of grade 6.
Who's this?
Because I was the only person who would put up with her shit.
I forgot she
is-
existed.
She was the most spoiled
Yeah.
brat.
Oh,
She lives like, literally around the corner from my house. So
Really?
that's not
Who's Rose?
in a mansion. Well, in a big fancy
spoil
house.
bitch. It's literally.
I mean,
the amount of stereotypes you could put with all these kids, like
She's-
it's ridiculous.
I mean,
I think even what was it like? I can't remember who it was, but there was someone I sat next to. Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to sit next to her for all of maths in grade 6. It was actually pretty okay.
yeah, she was alright.
She was nice. She was nice to talk to and whatnot. And like we barely even talked as it is because we didn't really give a shit for each other. So like,
Yeah.
it was I don't know. It was.
There was someone who
God, there's so many people who I
Oh, I
haven't
bet
talked
I
to
can
for
call
so
it
long.
who.
there was someone who I saw who
It's been a
I saw
solid, like,
photo
6,
of
7
somewhere,
years
and it was
since
like
grade 6.
they had completely changed. I don't remember who it was. This is like 6 months ago. I can't remember where I saw it, but it was like I think it was someone who knew someone at my new school who knew someone from my primary school, and they were like, "Oh, this is them now," and they were completely different to what they used to be. Like completely reverse personality.
Smooth.
I mean, even Zama here, he's hanging out with a lot of old primary school friends.
Yes.
But like, are they from first primary school or second primary school?
Second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the first
What
No.
first one?
We hear the first one out of the books.
Yeah.
I
It was
remember when,
the cultist one, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like
cults,
Christ the goat.
Yeah, the one where
Wearing the
they
robes.
believed in that man on the cross. Yeah, fucking cults.
I don't know. I just don't get why that would be.
You
the
wonder
symbol.
why I don't like religion.
Yeah.
You know how Jackson was like one of those kids just like no one really liked so much. Anthony. You remember Anthony? Ah, fuck. That
Stop
one-
saying their names.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bleep them.
Julia's
This is gonna be funny.
Remember Anthony? He was like,
Yeah,
he
I think.
became one of those at our high school. Cause like,
Oh, seriously.
yeah, just like so that
I'm sorry
everyone
for
like
you.
He used to be
didn't-
alright
He
though.
was a great guy to hang out with.
because
right?
like everyone didn't really want to like associate with him, and he was always like trying to like be
That sucks.
cool a lot. And
Yeah.
like he developed this weird habit. I don't know if this was in primary school, but he would never look at someone when he's talking to them. He'd always just be like, "Oh, hey Bryn, how's it going? You having a good day, Bryn?"
That's
And so like once, just like everyone picked up on this, and just to mess with him, like two guys, two of my friends, Paul and Greg from my high school.
I mean, they're such Australian names.
they-
Paul, Greg.
and there's like an Asian and a black guy as well. They're white.
I mean, at my new school, I was the minority. All my friends were Asian. I had one Caucasian friend.
Anyway, so they both went up to Anthony and they both looked at him, but then they had a conversation with each other to mess with him. So they were just like, "Hey Greg, how's it going? Oh, yeah, good, Paul. What do you got next period?" It was the funniest. And Anthony was just so fucking confused.
What
Like,
is it?
he's like, "What are you doing?" What?
Wow, that
It
is...
was so funny.
I
And
feel like
eventually he just went to NCAT, I think, and he just annoyed my friend Chris, who also went to NCAT, who I met just recently. And he said, like, "You remember Anthony?" Like, "Yeah." And like, "Yeah, he's still annoying. Like, I can't get rid of him." It's just like, he wanted to get my phone number so he could keep in touch with me. I just kept intentionally pretending to forget it so I didn't have to give him my phone number.
I actually really like it. Like, we were friends until even like
looking at the phone.
until like year 8. We ran into each other like in offline and shit, and like
Anthony.
and yeah, and like I always like really enjoyed hanging out with him, whatever. And I feel like by like year 9 when we had no communication whatsoever. I think like we were friends on Facebook or something, or we weren't, or like we had no. I don't know what the fuck we had. We had some kind of contact details, but we never talked or anything. And Magic Mike.
Yeah.
I can compare him so much to Anthony, it's ridiculous.
Who?
He's not annoying though. that's
The guy
thing.
from the strip movie.
No. Magic Mike is a friend of ours.
Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, a
from high
nice guy.
school. But it's so much like because they're both tall, they're both relatively nerdy and so okay. It's like they had so many aspects that were so ridiculously similar.
Yeah.
And yet I only like just realised that. But I'm thinking about things.
They're actually
like,
twins
practically-
separated at birth.
This is they're definitely not.
Ah man. Oh, you
But
want
it's
to?
just so weird that like.
Do you want to complain about people at primary school? Because I've got a good one to start with.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's
Let's.
fine.
Can we just
Let's
like?
complain
Can we
about
please
that
just
lack of
actually like
affiliate.
insult and roast everyone
Alright,
within like a
I'm
primary
not
school?
gonna. I'm not gonna roast this person. I'm gonna say.
You're getting called out by this guy. He
No.
challenges you to a fight
I'm
to
not
the
going
death.
to complain so much. I'm going to say that there was someone who I was very well. I was basically their only friend for a long time.
Me?
No, not you. I'm not a friend now. We've never been friends. No.
Who are you?
Do you guys remember Joel? I mean, he had like
Yes, Joe.
he had like legitimate like psychological issues
Yeah.
and family issues and all sorts of.
Was that the guy that
nasty
we
stuff.
like?
Punch
we
me
used
in
to
the
chase
face.
around.
No, he chased us
Remember
around.
between the milking shed and the top area,
Yeah.
there's a fence.
Should we explain what
Did
the
we,
milking
like-
shit is? Just for
Oh,
the
the milking shed was
It's
just
a
like a
big
hall.
shed.
Yeah, it was like
By the way,
They don't milk
or
things. in it.
gymnasium.
To people who don't know what the milking shed was, like the first I heard about it was in like high school when
Yeah,
like
I would have mentioned it. I
yeah,
think.
no, actually I heard it from Asta.
Those dark
Oh,
days
yeah,
that
yeah,
hangs
she
all
was-
over
As soon as you
and
I'm just like
everyone
that sounds
milks
creepy.
children
That sounds genuinely creepy.
Yeah,
That
the,
stopped in
the previous
2003.
principal that was there when we were in like 1 or 2, when they built it, he's like,
Mr.
oh,
Nelson. Or
yeah,
was it-
Mr. Nelson.
Yeah,
he
the
was
coolest guy.
like, he came back a lot.
Yeah, he kept coming back.
Um,
With
but-
his honker thingy.
Claxton. He came from the country, so he was like from a rural background.
Yeah,
And he went,
so I understand.
it looks like a shed where you milk cows, because it does. That's literally what it looks like.
But the
Windows.
fact that like cows being milked at a primary school just there's something about that. That's
That was the official
unsettling.
name of
That's-
it,
Yeah, that's fine.
There was
the
a
movie
tree
shed.
in, do you remember the junior school? There's a tree that we call like, it was like
The movie tree.
Yeah.
It's a Moreton Bay fee, and it's really they when they were rebuilding the school, they had to the builders were just like, oh, so we're going to cut
Oh,
this down.
I
move
just
it.
realised
and they
they
had to argue. They had to argue so much together to shift the building like 2 meters the opposite direction, so they didn't kill the tree.
They didn't kill the tree.
No, they
No,
didn't.
no,
That's
it's still there.
still
It's
there.
It's a really huge Moreton Bay
It
fee.
really is. The amount of people who climbed that shit in grade 1.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys remember going on the fucking Easter Bunny hunt?
Oh,
They had like
yeah.
they had powdered footprints in the school, and then they had like the
Really?
fucking announcement.
Yeah.
Like I think it was
Yeah.
Mr. Hart who was just telling everyone like, oh, he's going to the left, he's going to the right. Like
Yeah, I
literally
remember
staring at
everyone
the kids
just running.
while everyone was running the fucking over the side of school
That's pretty
because he
awesome.
was telling them where they were. It was great.
That's a neat idea.
It was
so much
so
fun.
good. I mean, kids are so stupid.
Yeah.
That was, what did they do with Santa? They did something with Santa and footprints as well.
I don't remember anything about Santa, but that's because I left before Christmas. Like I went overseas.
Yeah.
Overseas in like early December for like 7 weeks
Yeah,
or
I know,
some
you
shit.
missed. You missed.
I missed the end
significant chunks of primary school.
Yeah,
You're
I missed-
traveling.
I missed. Well, I can't remember anything from grade 2 because nothing was important. Most of grade 1 I can't remember except for like certain events like the Easter Bunny thing and going overseas.
Yeah.
I went overseas again in like grade 4 for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I've even went overseas again in high school. So like I've missed various periods of school, which is.
Probably not great.
I don't really care. I've been overseas.
I mean-
Fuck school. I learned from
Whoa.
traveling.
Did you hear that? Education system. Julian just challenged you to a fight to the death.
Who's the education minister? Who's the federal education minister? They can fight it out.
I don't
Christopher
know.
Pine.
Yeah,
No,
fine.
that's federal.
You just said federal.
I said federal. Yeah, I said federal. Who's the state?
Who's the other person you're roasting?
Oh, Joel. I was just gonna say he had like he had
Yeah.
I think that was the guy that we
like.
like teased and like made him like chase us.
I think it was-
Did we tease him that much though? I swear
I
he
think
just
he actually-
drank anger at you.
yeah.
He actually turned out later on, because I kept in contact with him, saw him a few times, but he actually does have like anger management
Yeah.
issues, like legitimate psychological
And
malarkey.
it's all because of you.
No, there's something that predated that, but
Yeah.
so that was fun, and then I saw him like in like year 8 or something, and he tried to steal my Lego, which was fun.
Oh, that Joel!
That just,
Why'd you have a Lego in here?
what?
No, he came to our house
we
and
still-
just filled his pockets full of Lego.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
There was a kid in my first
yeah.
primary school who I think he may have had the same name even, but like he was pretty much almost again identical. Like he was completely out there. He got very angry, but he was also like very rebellious with the teachers. I mean, this is fucking
Yeah.
prep that he was rebellious.
I mean, at least
he
Joel
gave-
used to beat up what's his name, Tyler shithead.
The guy who left and became
Yeah,
it was like everyone, like he jumped the fence once to
Oh,
leave
that-
the school in primary school.
I was
And,
friends with his younger brother. Who,
Yeah, wasn't it he's like his half brother or something?
No, it was his actual younger brother. Bailey, who...
He was alright.
Yeah, he got bullied a lot.
Yeah, poor guy. But yeah,
Wait,
Tyler-
Bailey or Tyler?
Bailey was he was his younger brother, and he was
I
actually
knew
like
his-
a nice kid.
I knew
But he got
Bailey's
fell on
younger
shit.
brother and his even younger brother, who I've forgotten the name of. Oh, what was his name? But either way, they were both nice kids, but Tyler was real special.
Yeah.
Didn't he hit someone with a cricket bat or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
Oh, I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
That was Hannah, and he broke the cricket bat over his head.
Holy crap.
Holy shit.
What a psycho.
He also kicked a football at the teacher, broke a nose.
Yeah, I remember that.
God.
He made 2. I know.
Wow. I
It's so, it's like,
And his last name is by the way.
was it?
it makes me think of what you call because the thing was like my first primary school was like I was one of the people who was bullied by like I got bullied by like a friend's older sister who was like
prep?
literally in grade
In
prep.
prep?
I got bullied by someone who's literally like in my brother's fucking year
It's
level. who
because
was-
she liked you.
it's
Whoa!
she was ugly as shit.
Did you hear that?
But the funny thing was like even like this
We're
this
gonna
joke
need
kid who,
like a Keemstar drop.
even this joke kid, like
Your
this
killer
kid I
Keemstar,
knew
let's
in grade
get right.
prep who climbed the trees. He gave me fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. But like when we got to when I got to grade probably grade 2 and grade 3 and whatnot, fucking Tanusa's brother Hannah.
Oh,
The amount of times he like the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is
he
like
moved away.
him and I had a really Hannah and I had a really weird relationship. Like he bullied me every now and then, but like we're good enough that we like just blew off as like little old chums.
Wait,
Like
no.
because no Hannah,
Oh.
Tanusa and I were good friends.
Yeah.
And like Hannah and I like I was somewhat scared of him because like he's a big guy.
Remember how big he was?
He-
He's twice as big now.
Yeah, well, he fell and he died. So like
Speaking of
I
like,
was tiny. So,
speaking
like,
of
yeah,
weird
it's weird.
relationships, you know how Tyler he had like a friend who was also called Joel, who was a redhead. So I was friends with Joel in our year, and this guy Joel was friends with Tyler in like 2 years ahead of us, and Joel and Tyler would fight each other whenever.
Yeah.
It was really like this other Joel and I. We just weren't involved in the fighting or whatever. One day we were just walking down to the primary school, to the younger camps, and we just like had a normal conversation. It was the weirdest thing. We were like, why do they even fight? What the hell is wrong with these
Wait,
people?
the Joe with the red hair?
Yeah, the older guy.
I never
So,
remembered him.
yeah, he was basically the sidekick to
Yeah.
Tyler, and we just had a conversation. It was the most surreal thing.
Do you remember, I think it was Jake, Tanusa's friend, the
Oh,
really tall
yeah,
guy?
I remember
He
Jake.
used
He
to
was
dribble and
huge.
very skinny
Hey,
mouth. It was
The
very...
stupidest idiot.
Yeah.
He was incredibly dumb, but
I
he was so
invited-
fun to talk to because of how dumb he was.
I invited him to my birthday when I was like 6 and 7, and 2 years in a row he gave me the same present.
What did you give you?
It was like a King Kong tie-in. It was a cool toy. It was like a T-Rex thing, the bit, but it was the same toy from a film though that had come out like a year earlier. It was like, how
How
did
did
that
you get a
happen?
second one of these? And just like he goes back home, he has like 50,000 of these that he gives to everyone.
The most annoying shit I think in primary school was whenever I had a birthday, like I invited a whole, like probably up to 10 people.
Yeah,
over,
so many
like,
Hungry Jack's birthdays.
and like, I never had one at Hungry Jack's, thank fucking Christ. But there was, actually I may have had one, but there was, I can't even remember, that's how irrelevant it is, but like, there was one birthday where I got the exact same gift, and it was like 2 of the same Lego boxes.
Yeah.
And the thing was, as it makes me, looking at it now, I'm like, I realized that like, everyone was asking me, what do I want for my birthday? Because I
You're
didn't
like-
really know what to get me. I'm
And
just
you're
like,
like, this Lego set.
I just like Lego, so they just got whatever cheap Lego set they could buy.
Mm.
One that looked somewhat expensive because I had a decent amount of things in it. But
Yeah.
it was still cheap enough, like less than $20 or whatever.
Mm.
So I got the same set twice.
One
And I
Christmas,
looked at, and the people who had given it to me were right there when I opened the gifts, and they're like, I don't know what reaction they had on their minds, but it probably wasn't pleasant.
one Christmas I got 3 of the same Lego set. No, it was 2 for Christmas and 1 for my birthday. And a different Lego set I got 4.
I don't think so.
Just, we bought ourselves one. You got one for like your birthday, and I got one for Christmas. And then someone else bought us another.
Was that one of like
Wait.
the Star Wars
Yeah,
ones?
it's like Star Wars Lego.
Are you sure you got the same present again, or are you or did your parents just wrap it up again?
For those wondering, these two are
Deconstruct the Lego
brothers.
set, put it back in the bag,
Yeah,
seal
just put
the
it
box.
back in the bag.
Reseal it.
Vacuum seal it.
Oh man.
Speaking of the guy that was trying to steal Lego, I remember when I actually lent, what was it, Ruby.
Oh yeah! So what's his name?
I don't know who.
Andrew?
No.
I think.
Yes.
Andrew
It was like
True.
a year level.
Yeah.
The blonde guy.
Yeah, he still goes to
he's
my
like
high school.
the
And
fabulous looking
guys,
guy.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Andrew True was my friend in grade prep, and I still kind of know him now. But
can
anyway.
you ask him to give me back?
Can we
again?
beat him up? Can we actually, Andrew True, we're coming for you.
I can ask him that on Facebook.
Like, as in, give it. Because
Yeah.
it's mine. Because I lent it to him.
Let's go beat
And
him
I
up.
was always asking.
Do that.
I was always. I think.
remember that.
No,
Yeah, I
I was
remember
always
that.
asking for
You
it
have to
back.
pay with
Honestly,
interest.
because yeah.
I don't know.
But he
The amount of
really
names
like
you
used
have
to
to
do
bleep out.
Because
he
Just bleep out the
he went to
surnames.
China like by himself for school, which is and for like how long was it? Like a month?
Like an exchange student?
Not even, I don't think. He wasn't like going to school. He was just like doing
Wait, who is
stuff. Andrew True.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think he was there for longer.
It might have been even, but yeah.
I don't
He
know.
went there for ages. I
Yeah.
know that much.
So yeah, you could ask him, and he might. He's like a nice
I
guy.
don't know.
He
Oh,
probably
He
wants
might
that.
repay you, but probably not enough to buy a new copy
I mean,
of Ruby.
I managed
He's
to
gonna make a movie or
salvage.
whatever the fuck
I don't know
it is.
how long ago. I managed to get a working like square Game Boy
Mm.
off eBay,
Oh, nice.
as well as Emerald and Leaf Green.
Oh yeah.
That trade, so
Mm.
they're legit.
Handy.
So that's good. I mean, I haven't played them, but
Now we're just gonna go beat
yeah,
up
I
Andrew
know.
and get your
Because
copy.
for the segment on games, I wanted to bring that, but then I remembered that I don't have any.
But yeah, I remember that being a thing. Yeah, you probably just lost
The
it
amount
or
of shit
damaged
that
it.
people
Yeah.
stole from people in primary school.
Oh,
I never got anything stolen that I know of.
I think I probably
like
had
pencils.
Getting my steak.
I think I probably
Yeah,
yeah, the fucking smell.
Oh,
man.
Smiggle,
That
man.
was such a big thing in primary
You realise
school.
like
Fucking
it still
Smiggles.
is.
Yeah, it still exists. It's still that age bracket.
Yeah, but
still love it to
now,
bits.
but now those kids also listen to rap music and shit, so they literally are
Do they
banging
actually?
of
They
society.
just do it ironically.
Fucking Kelvin.
What do you mean?
Oh, Calvin!
What do you mean ironically?
Kelvin was like, it was like
Kelvin?
the year below. I think it was the year,
Yeah, Kelvin.
year level below us.
We traded Lego with them.
Went to our high school.
Oh, the blonde guy with the
Yeah.
big round head.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
he was
God.
kind of. He's alright sometimes. He did
Idiots.
trade Lego. We got like a Hagrid, and then we got a set with a Hagrid in it.
He
Like
thinks
2
still
weeks
is a
later.
fucker, to be honest. He's still a major fucker.
There was-
Called out. We just make a list at the end of the credits of all the people that we've called out and we want to fight.
You want to fight for the death? Here are your names.
Yeah.
Hello.
May as well set up a PO box.
Yeah.
There was kids selling Lego for gum nuts.
Yes, I remember that. We
Gum
got
nuts
some good
were
deals.
technically
Biggest
currency.
currency.
There,
Yeah.
they were
I love that.
Kids were hoarding them.
yeah.
We
We
traded.
like, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
guys on about?
no, the thing is, you know, all you guys are talking about is primary school, right? I just want to take this opportunity and say this, but all you guys are talking about your primary school, and I'm thinking about all the great friends I had in primary school, and then I'm thinking, oh wait, that guy went to prison, or like, not prison.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'm pretty sure he knew the police, like he was well acquainted with the police, and the other one he died. You know, and then another good friend of ours like stole stuff from us.
What
but
fucking school did you go to?
I know, and this is why I think like you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky.
Was this in like the bad corner of Reservoir
No,
or some shit?
it's
right behind his house.
the north, yeah.
Oh, so
it's-
the bad
yeah.
part of yeah.
Like it had some good people, but you know, just oh god.
It really is like George.
I shouldn't say.
Area, so it's disadvantaged.
Some of it was
people.
fine, and it was a lot of migrants.
It makes sense
A lot
because
of migrants.
he's poor. He wears the same clothes every
Wait,
fucking day.
wait, I'll find you. I'll find you. I'm calling you out.
It's going to be in the credits of this episode for people that are coming out.
I want to see the film now where you like go back to your primary school and you just get like a million people jump on you. It's like a zombie land.
I would totally go there and just fucking and like
Yeah.
with the camera, just like us, all four of us, just going back to primary school just to like see the teachers and whatnot. But I feel like it will kind of be a bit wrong because we're like almost adults filming with kids
Yeah.
nearby.
Well, yeah.
So I'm like,
You have to ask permission.
Yeah, of course
You
I
call
ask
up the
permission,
school and be
but,
like, hey,
like,
I'm a former student.
I wouldn't call them. I'd go to in person because I hate calling people.
Just
Well, no, you'd want to call them first.
what you do is
or
you
email them.
make an ID, but you put your old school photo on it. You get your driver's license, put your old primary school
Just
photo
like
on
you,
it.
That's-
you,
this
you and
is
great
me.
prep, just like
I've still got like bits of the uniform. Just like have the hat on. just like on top of my head.
Curling the hats.
Oh man, my hat looks so cool. It's like curled in like a triangle.
Fucking wasn't Denny had his was perfectly curled, like as if like he like fixed it like his hands like this for like fucking hours. And like mine, I tried doing just like one bad C, and then the other one was like a smaller one. It was like
Mine's pretty cool looking. I mean, it's
fucking
small,
reject.
but it still looks cool, and it's bleached. It's been bleached by the sun.
I don't even know where the fuck mine is. I still have my grade
the-
6 shirt though. Which is
People
good.
got
Yeah,
banned
so-
from bending them because like
Yeah, 'cause it kind of ruins the point of the
Yeah.
hat.
You're meant to protect your skin.
Hey, but those fucking bucket hats were the best.
Yeah.
I had bought them.
Remember-
I switched to bucket.
Yeah.
Remember the
Much
cat
better
with like
investment.
The back bit.
oh, we still have that.
Yeah, the Legionnaires
Yeah.
hat that I once accidentally called the lesbian hat when I was in like grade 1 or something. So like my auntie in like Adelaide, it was pretty awkward. She just started laughing her ass off and it
It might be, I
was the
think,
funniest
one
thing.
of the art classes, I think it was maybe grade 5. This was, I think, or maybe I think it was grade 6, because Sam was in year 7 by this stage. And
Zama.
or Zam or whatever.
Oh!
He was in year 7 by this
Call
stage.
out.
And so they were talking about like how, like, because obviously by this stage, like, Sam was going for puberty and whatever the fuck. And so they were talking about like BO and whatever, like mum and dad, like mum and Sam, like that morning. talking about it. And so I had no idea what they were talking about. So I went to school, and during art class, I asked like a friend across from me, what is BO? And everyone just started laughing like, this doesn't answer my question. There's like so many points in primary school when you say something that's like somewhat immature, which it really isn't.
Yeah.
It's fucking what you grow into being an idiot. And I'm just like, it stands out, not as if like, it's not a moment like that like haunts me or anything. It's just, I'm just like, why does this stand out? Like, why? I don't understand.
People are stupid.
I was very stupid in primary school. Like,
I'm dyslexic.
like
in primary school.
intelligently
Yeah.
stupid in primary school. So dumb.
Intelligently stupid.
Exactly. I still am.
I think the answer
That proves
is in
his
the
point.
question. Yeah.
Exactly. See.
Example
Yeah.
one.
And yet we've still known each other for like fucking how long now?
All of
Since
them.
2006.
Since 2006. So we've known each other for over a decade.
Too, as I said, too long.
Some of us for almost maybe 12 years. No, me and you. No.
I've known Lachlan since he was 4.
Yeah, no, me and you were 4.
Four.
I think
I think
we
that
were
one
in
was-
2005.
It came to
Say
Sorry.
So it's 12 years.
Well, you're both.
Yeah, you can't say Lost on M, which is
Yeah, I know.
Call me.
The
Oh
call
wait,
out.
yeah. Oh no, I've been called out. My name. no.
MC.
MC.
It doesn't really help that you two have
Everybody
the
Lachlan
exact
in the
same
house.
fucking first name. Ugh.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like we
Get
just
a new
had a
name,
discussion
Lachlan.
earlier saying like, is he?
Give me Lachlan,
like,
get a new
are you-
name.
It was like,
Or
what
change name to
Lachlan
same
are
name.
you? Like, are you like Lachlan the old, or Lachlan the new, or whatever? Like, are you the main Lachlan? That's the one. I was
Yeah,
like,
just call me Lachlan and call that
It's
one
all a matter of perspective.
the other Lachlan.
I mean, I have like 5
This
friends called Ryan, so that's confusing.
I have a lot of friends called Lachlan. I have a lot of friends called a lot of things. So like, I have
So
like
many
4
people
friends
called
called
Lachlan, I hate
Michael.
it.
So like,
I thought my name was unique.
My name-
Everywhere
I thought
do-
mine was as well.
I've
My
only
name
met-
is unique.
I've only
Yeah.
met one other person called Julian. I've only met one person, and they're in my
That's so
first
good.
primary school, and I was good friends with them. I'm still friends with them on Facebook even. It's just like, you know, just. I think their name was spelled with an E, not an A.
Let's wrap this.
Maybe not. Anyway, so should we wrap this up now?
I
is
just
there
don't
anything
think of
else?
any
Unless you
people
want to
I
go.
wanna call.
I'm happy to keep doing this.
We can talk about terrible childhood shows and just talk about Little Elvis Jones and the Truck Stoppers again.
Or,
What is that?
or we can talk
I
about
haven't
how.
seen that, seriously.
You need to see it. It's
Never
about.
heard of it.
I'll explain
I
it.
used to have a VHS.
It's about the,
I still have
the
HP Puff and
estranged
stuff on
son
VHS.
of Elvis Presley
Yeah, HP Puff and stuff.
living in rural Australia in the middle of the desert. Alright? So you got with me so far?
Elvis Presley of the desert.
Elvis Presley's estranged son.
Oh.
So he gets left on a doorstep of these massive Elvis fans. He's a redhead. He plays in a band called the Truck Stoppers.
Oh, I
And
remember
the
this.
villain of the piece is a property developer who wears all yellow and a purple tie. And he has a sidekick who is essentially a Nazi. And the property developer has a magical marble, and he uses this magical marble to like grant wishes or something.
See, this is why we should just talk about Lazy Town and just leave all this behind.
Hey, Little Elvis Jones is like several tiers higher on the weird scale.
How old is Lazy Town? Like, when did it actually start?
It's
A
from,
long
like,
time ago.
I remember
I remember watching it
yeah.
in primary school.
Yeah, so it's like, what, it'd be about 2006, thereabouts, 2005,
Make it
2006.
It's still going.
You want about like old TV shows you guys remember?
And then,
Yeah, what's the time episode?
You know,
It's
he
just
actually
us
got
looking-
taught
having nostalgic look at,
animation
like,
by one of the
old
people who
shows.
worked on the show.
oh wow, oh yeah, I remember him telling me that a while
It was
ago.
in betweens.
Yeah.
In betweens, like the shots that in between the keyframes.
What's going on? What happened?
So Ryan got taught animation, a bit of animation from one of the people who worked on the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I remember him telling me that. He was like, hey Bryn, what was the last animated traditionally animated show made in Australia. He's like, Little Love Jones. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that show. Yeah. What other weird shows were there?
Round the Twist.
Fruit one.
Round the Twist. Oh man, have you seen the really old Round the Twist stuff? There was one made in like the 80s.
Oh.
It was like the same level of weird, but with a different cast, except for the dad and like the mayor were the same guy, which is the weirdest thing. All the kids stayed the same age. The parents and the mayor have aged.
I just love watching the opening to Round
Sorry.
the Twist because it like makes me feel so comfy. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it just reminds me of everything like
The song is
old school, like
so
early
good.
2000s
Everything good in
Australians.
life.
Just simpler times. It's just a hearty like Australian show.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know.
It got exported to Canada and England apparently. It was on quite heavy repetition over there. So if you go to Canada, ever go to Canada, they'll probably recognise the Round the Twist thing.
That's pretty cool.
I've just read something in the Little Elvis Jones Wikipedia page. Burconium's not a real element on the periodic table, right?
No.
Burconium.
It might be.
I don't
Because
think
it says that the main villain regularly used a Burconium marble to beat children at games of marbles in a major recreation.
Oh yeah, they all fought in like games of marbles.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
was
they.
like, it's like instead of Yu-Gi-Oh, you play a game of marbles.
No, that's literally all they did in my
Yeah.
primary school. It got banned. That's the only thing
They
that got
banned
banned at
marbles.
my primary school. Because nothing else got banned except for marbles.
We had
so
high,
dumb.
was it high bounce balls were banned
Yeah.
like great?
Yeah, they
I'm sure
handed
everything
out
got
high
rolled.
down balls to everyone. The same day they banned them because someone got hit with one. It's the dumbest thing
Yeah,
ever.
they banned hilarious things at primary school.
I still think the biggest thing of primary school for me was probably Lego.
Yeah, always getting the
Everyone
big
had
piece.
there was always
whenever
like
you go
there was always
after
like
the-
you build Lego. We never had like the figure, the actual like pig.
Yeah, it was just like it was like the eight studs, the
Yeah.
4x2 studs, and the 2x2 studs.
yeah, you just build. Like,
And that was it,
And
pretty
the funny
much.
thing was, you always like build people like that, and like you
Use
had like a
spaceships.
block extending out.
Yeah,
like a
I had my
lightsaber
like
or shit.
patented
Yeah.
blueprint to do the ship. I wish I could still remember it.
Yeah,
I wish I was like creative.
I
but
remember how to
maybe
build like weird articulated arm robot things.
I can
Where
vaguely
you just
remember
like
what they
put it
look
on the
like.
corner and it could
Really?
just do that.
Yeah, it had like bits at the back.
Yeah, I remember that.
We,
Oh,
we,
man.
we were learning basic economics in fucking after school care by trading Lego.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know the times we
Do
traded
you
Lego?
guys remember when after school care was in the staff room?
Yes,
I
yes,
thought we just
remember that.
ate there.
No, the whole
Yeah.
after school care used to be in the staff room.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
I don't.
That was a very small period.
You
of
must
time.
have been really
that was
good
after
at
school
school.
care?
No, this
Yeah.
was at
But it
the
was in the
senior
middle
school,
school.
but it was in the early period, basically.
I went-
before
Yeah.
they
Because I
weren't
remember they had like
when I was
functional
old.
cordial there that you would take one
Yeah.
and then banned it because like it was spilling
I always have the windows staring out of the room with a
I
friend.
think it was.
And I hate the amount of times that when we had after school care, I think I forgot we had after school care, so I walked all the way home and I realised, oh shit, I have after school care. I have to walk all the way back to school.
Oh man, do you
Luckily
remember?
it's like a 5-minute walk, but still.
Yeah, as a kid it felt a lot longer.
Oh man, I just remembered a
It always
traumatizing memory. That's
What?
you know in the junior school they used to do like after school sports or whatever. Like some group came
Kelly
in.
Sports.
I think I remember.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
I remember once I forgot that I had it, and I thought it had finished, and I got completely freaked out and just sort of wandered around the school crying, just with no one there.
Oh,
I was really freaked out. 'Cause I was like, oh, it's over, but where are my parents? What's going on? Where am I? Oh. That was fun.
Yeah. I remember, I think probably, to be honest, even though after school care was fun and at like
Yep.
my second primary, my first primary, they had I think it was like a GameCube or something. They had like a really old device, which a lot of people were, and I was always watching thinking like, I wonder if I could play this. And then like, I think the day I was going to play, because you had to like somehow book, like, time or
yeah.
whatever. It was a really weird system. And I think it broke on the day I was going to play it. I was like, awesome. And even we had like with the inner school sports shit in like grade 5 and 6 and whatever, I went back to that first primary school. I haven't gone down there. I haven't gone there since I left. I even, literally my last month that I was going to spend there, I had chickenpox.
Oh,
So
boy.
I wasn't even able to say goodbye to my friends there. So I ended up I went there and played like, was it like tennis or rounders or some shit against these guys?
Bat tennis wouldn't it have been?
I think it was rounders actually.
Oh,
but
could be.
or maybe in bat tennis, and I even ended up talking to a lot of old friends. It was so weird.
Yeah,
Like people are weird.
yeah.
Still are.
I think the thing I regret most from my primary school is like the lead. Oh, I don't know how to put it. It's like I basically made someone hate me so much they didn't want to be my friend anymore, which was Matthew. Do you remember Matthew?
Which Matthew?
Redhead or otherwise?
Ah, yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
one who did that
I'm
stuff
still
like
good
a-
friends with him.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the show eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
Filming an
What?
episode later with him in it.
Yeah, he went to Thornbury. He was
Yeah.
he was the thing.
But
No, not today. Not today.
Yeah,
Oh, in a couple months' time. We can't-
He's alright. He sort of he had some not so great friends. I mean, they're not awful. They're just not the best.
yeah. But like in like primary school, like he was probably like
I spoke to him a few times.
yeah, I was like really good friends with him.
Yeah.
To the point where like I kept going over to his house and stuff. But I was basically just like the biggest freaking brat in the galaxy. I don't know how his parents tolerated me for that long. Like I was just like at every opportunity I was just a jerk to him. Like even like when we were like playing like 2 Square at his house, he was just like oh like
You're not for the 2 other squares.
4 Square, but 2 people. And we were just like, let's play 2 Square, and Matthew's just like, yeah, let's just do it for fun. I'm just like, no, let's keep track of points. So it's like, I knew I was better than him, and I just wanted to be like a total asshole and like, prove that I was
Can
better.
you say the word narcissist?
And like every point, I'll just be like, oh, 21 to 43, I'm more than twice your score. Like, I just feel so guilty for being actually the biggest piece of shit I've probably almost ever been. Almost. That's the second worst I've treated someone in my life.
Come on, now you have to tell us the worst.
The worst is
Right
Zac. You remember Zac?
Um,
Not from primary school. Like, sorry, from primary school. Yeah. But like, I
Oh
didn't-
yeah.
The one who tallied the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I stole his ID and wrote down license plate numbers. And I was like, wait, I think that might be a bit shady, recording license plates of cars in the local area.
It was like the second day I noticed that he was recording license plates, and I'm thinking,
I mean,
I think there's something wrong with this, but I don't know what.
he knew all the makes and models of all these cars. That's impressive
Yeah,
for like
and-
a
Oh,
12-year-old.
Yeah. So basically, in when we moved to high school, it became I didn't want to be friends with Zac, but Zac became
His dad's
friends with
really
me.
cool. His dad's a nice guy.
Yeah. So I became friends with Zac and then 2 others, James and Felix. And basically, what happened was it just became like me and James like tormenting Zac for like 2 years of his life until he left and went to Melbourne High. And like Felix was the only one who like he like teased Zac with us like once and then stopped. But then most of the time he was sort of just like
He was a good person, unlike you.
no. Felix, what Felix did, he teased like James and pissed James off. I got off scot-free with my like scumbaggery.
Karma, no karma at all.
What is it, Oscar?
I was
He
like,
used to
yeah.
live like literally on the same block as I
Didn't
I
he
think
show
he
up
still
at
does.
some? I remember seeing him at
he
some
came-
point.
I think he
went
came
to
in.
my school. Oscar.
Yeah,
I saw him
yeah.
at Melbourne Kebab Station.
He went to your school, but like he
Mel and
Yes.
he was at what is it?
like right down the, isn't it
Yeah.
the hill?
Yeah, I saw him there
At the
once.
hill?
He didn't see, I don't think he recognized me, but I saw him.
Did he tell me, was it grade 6 that he came in or grade 5? I think it was grade 6.
It was like
And
middle of grade 6
It was like middle of grade
or
6,
something.
and he was, for some reason he was
He became
scared
friends
of
with
me.
us.
Yeah, but you're a frightening dude.
Why?
Have you seen your face?
Yeah, I was about to say, have you seen your face? No.
He ended up becoming like sort
No,
of friends with us,
I
so-
don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
he
the
used to-
editor of these videos, so I don't
Yeah.
look at my face.
I remember when like all the kids were just like surrounding when he first came in because he was like the new kid.
Yeah,
like,
I
everyone was
remember.
like
That was-
interrogating him. And
That was
shit.
really
And then
like,
you guys were
creepy.
like poking ants.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
same day.
He was
I remember-
genuinely scared of me. I ended up becoming friends with him because we literally live on the same block.
Yeah.
We ended up driving
Does
around
he
together.
still live
And
around here?
I think if he doesn't live up on the same block,
I'm sure
then
there
he
was
left.
something where you were
I
there.
think he moved a while back.
Yeah, but I'm
No,
sure
he,
we.
I think he's still here.
He might
because
still be there, I
He
don't know.
I'm
went
sure
through
we-
year 12. So.
I'm sure we bumped into him somewhere. Like, I'm sure you were there as well at some point during high school.
Oh, maybe. I don't think I remember him after
I mean,
primary school. I don't think
He
I
looks
think
pretty
he-
similar, but his hair's shorter.
We talked. I think him and we caught up a bit. I'm like year 7, I think, because I still like had
Yeah.
his phone number or whatever, but
I've-
we never ended up doing anything after that.
I've seen a lot of people from primary school just like on public transport because I catch so much damn public
Yeah.
transport. I just sort of go, oh, it's so and so, and then I don't say anything because I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to them.
That's the thing that's annoying. Like the amount of times I've seen just down crossing down the road, the amount of times I've passed or like literally stood next to someone who I went to primary school with who lives like a block away or whatever, who I haven't talked to since primary school, and I want to say hello.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's this?
Like say Olivia for
us.
example, she
Oh,
lives just
yeah.
over there, and the amount of time I've run into her like 5 times, like last year,
Really?
and
Wow.
we never once said hello.
Yeah.
And
then
you hate that. Like,
and then
I
you
always
go
want
home
to.
and say, oh, should have said hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that's the
sometimes
thing,
thought about messaging people on Facebook, and I was like,
No,
oh,
that's-
but yeah,
that's a bit
and then-
creepy.
And then that's why I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You see him in person,
I
it's
saw you
different.
today.
Yeah. Hey, I saw you on the bus today.
Yeah. I've seen you. I've
I
seen you
do that
5
to
times
me.
this
I
year.
walked past you a couple months ago. You didn't even recognise me. I literally.
Where?
We were down at the crossing here.
Which crossing?
I was. I
When was
walked-
I there?
you-
What
you-
time?
It was probably maybe five. It was like
Go on out.
it was like 5 or 6 o'clock. I was like walking. I think I was walking to
A few
to
months
the footy
ago.
ground. Yeah, it was probably like
It
midway
was
from
just
last
it
year.
was his
I was-
doppelganger that he
I
hired.
was walking to.
Just there.
Actually, he
footy
does
ground.
have a doppelganger. He works at Hoyt's.
He does. That is true.
Yes, so that's why I legitimately thought you got a job at Hoyt's. That's why I remember I asked you, do you work at Hoyt's?
Yeah.
It's literally
It's exactly like
It's
you.
probably him then. I
No,
don't
no, it
recall.
was not. It was definitely you.
We now need
I know
to
you
get
did
him to
not,
meet
but
the
you-
doppelganger.
We were staring right at each other, and I was going to wave, but I
It
don't
must
think
have
you
been. It must have been the other guy then.
It was not. It was definitely him.
Okay, so
I
this
can
is a
tell
few
the
months
difference.
Do you
ago
understand
at
what
Hyde
doppelganger
Street and
means?
Murray Road.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, I
I'm just
walked right
trying-
past you on the crossing, like walking right past
Would
each
you have
other.
been?
I might have been
I was
walking home
looking
from a
right
friend's
at you.
place or something.
Yeah, I don't
maybe.
think. I think you're just so completely.
But
I
I'm
didn't
rarely,
realize that.
I ever walk there because I go to Regent train Regent train station when I like go anywhere, so I don't ever walk down.
Yeah, it's
there,
weird
so it
seeing you
must
there
have
as well. I'm like,
There's-
fuck,
there's
that's
like-
Lachlan, and like I didn't
Would you
say hello.
have been going to what's it called, Next Level Games or?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
sure.
then, that's not as far as.
No, this was
Right.
like this
Yeah.
was like a school day. I think this was like.
Yeah.
Oh, this may have been when we were doing. It was like
Yeah,
doing
anyway.
exams or whatever. So like
I want to
Friday
meet.
day
I
off.
want to meet a guy who looks like me now. That'd be so
Yeah.
cool.
It looks so
You need
violent.
to, you need to
Yeah.
do it
Travel
once
to
where
Lakes
like a
every
week
day.
full of stuff and then remove them and be like, it was you the whole time!
Do you guys only know him from points to any year?
Me from the future. Like,
Yeah, dude, I'm you from the future. Don't do this tomorrow.
He's like, you'd like to buy a ticket for this.
Which voice is this?
Surely.
Yeah.
And have you seen
I
him
haven't
recently?
seen
I saw him.
When's the most recent you've seen?
Most recent was.
We
when
can
I
just bring you
was-
along and be like, hey, have you seen this guy?
That was a couple weeks ago. Maybe
A
2-3
week
weeks ago.
or two ago.
A
Yeah.
week. That's really. I actually want to meet
Now,
this
now
guy
you
now.
need,
Like,
what you need to do, you need to have like battle scarred clothing. Just be like, don't, whatever you do tomorrow, do not do this thing.
make sure you watch Paul Blart Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. It's essential to the future of the human race.
It would be so funny if you were both identical like personalities.
Oh man.
I want that to be true now because I don't know what he's because like you wouldn't know what sort of personality he has just
Yeah.
from points because he's just like serving people. I want to know what these guys are like. This
That would be
is
really
so
cool.
interesting.
Just become friends with a guy because he happens to look like you.
Yeah.
Or just imagine if you went to like get a job there and then the boss is like,
It's like,
Steal his fucking job. Like, I've been noticing a high increase in your performance.
what you
Barry.
do, what you do is you research his life and see if he's got a better life than you, and then you just kill him and replace him.
That's so good.
Oh, it's the same blood type. How convenient. I'll just keep him in the basement.
I still have time before like I have to go back and do education. I actually wanted to see if I can
My V-bag.
meet this person at Hoyt's now.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to do
really
that.
sure.
go to Hoyts every day
We,
for a
we
month.
need to. And then you guys think you just go. I have a
Yeah.
friend that looks like.
Yeah,
he
you gotta
wants to
record
meet
it. You gotta record it, Julian. Just be like,
Just start filming him
yeah,
across the
recording's in
hall.
the wild.
Just
It's so
Covert,
awkward like
covert.
talking to him when you're buying tickets from him. I'm like, because like I remember from a distance when I first saw him, I'm like, oh fuck, Lachlan works there. And we got to, I was about to say hi, Lachlan. Like, you're not Lachlan.
Did he have a
What
name
the fuck?
tag?
I don't. I
I don't
think they do.
I don't think he did.
The cashiers at the thing don't, but like people around
Yeah.
there normally do.
I even
I'd
saw him
love if his
outside.
name
Like,
was Lachlan.
I saw him outside
just
for like 5 minutes, and I thought
No,
it was
it'll,
you.
it'll be even more confusing. It'll be like someone. It'll be Julian or Michael or something like that.
Maybe.
So he looked.
Just for the.
His
matter of
name
it.
is
Just got to me saying, I'm
Like,
Lachlan.
How much did he look like me? Like was it a lot like me?
Like,
100%.
Like
Yes.
even closer, like up, or is this from like far away?
There's,
No,
there's
pretty
one
close
like there's like
as well.
tiny
Closer up,
details
he's got a
that.
more manly face.
Like,
Probably
more
because he's-
muscular, more attractive, more ugly.
I
like,
think you can
I
tell.
could go
You
on.
can tell that
Yeah.
in his head he's
Yeah.
not thinking of Paul Blart Walkoff.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a stronger chin.
better looks.
I want to meet this guy now. This is going to be so interesting. If I can actually track him down and
That'd be
see the
weird.
points.
Turns out he's actually just like your evil twin.
No, it's him from the future.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's actually you from the future
It's like
telling
you get to
Hey,
the he's
you-
like, I've been waiting
you
for you. You've been in line for like ages now. It's like, hurry up.
Yeah. Your obsession, Dawn was like, watch out, your obsession with mall cart will eventually get you stuck with points for the rest of your life. Don't do it.
Or just like go there, buy the ticket from him, and like say nothing at all apart from the stuff you need to buy the ticket.
No,
Just walk
yeah,
away
yeah.
and see what he does.
Yeah, see how he reacts.
Well, he's probably just like, man, you look a lot like me.
Damn, he's good looking.
You're one handsome little boy.
Even
That's
better.
what you have to do. It's like, man, you're one good looking dude.
Go up to him with a mirror on your face.
No, you
You
just-
see him,
just
he's
get a
looking
mirror,
at
just
himself,
get a
and then
mirror.
take it all out the mirror.
Yeah, I was
No,
been
no,
like
no.
face replicated and then pull it up. And some sort of
What you need to do,
Just
what you need
have
to
like
have,
this
is you need to
cardboard
have-
box. Face
you need to have a mask of your own face.
Yeah.
So he thinks it's his face, and then you remove it, and it's your face.
These are the best ways to mess with sport time. Guy on Hoyts, you're being cold. I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna mess with you in the worst way I
No,
can
I
possibly
think
think
you
of.
need to start off subtle. You need to just sort of be around when he's around and just talk to people that he's finished talking to.
Just when he goes into the toilet.
Yeah.
Pee
You
next
just
to
walk-
him. Wash your hands next to him.
No, just like someone, like he's having a conversation, he finishes the conversation, you walk off, you just walk in and continue the conversation.
Like you're at the fucking urinal chair and you look and you're like, oh, we're the same size. Oh my god.
We could switch lives and like help each other out with our predicaments.
It's always like
It'd be
that.
perfect for a sitcom.
But it always ends in disaster, as we know from
Yeah.
sitcoms.
Oh, well, we could throw out.
What if he's a millionaire?
There's an
He's
episode
like,
of
hey,
Friends where Joey
Good
has the
work,
same
mate.
hands.
he's a
as
millionaire with no
someone else.
friends. Oh, I'll swap with you, you can have friends and I'll get to be rich. And then you realise it was all a terrible idea.
I can't wait to.
or is he
I
equally-
actually want
This
to
is-
find this guy on Hoyts.
And don't worry, he'll be...
This intrigued me so much. Someone that
Yeah,
looks like.
what I'll be when I'll be sitting there watching waiting for Scotty to come out with a ninja. And the guy just peels off his face and there's nothing.
No,
And
so
I'm
then
just
it's
look at
just
the camera.
Scotty.
The ninjas take off their hoods and they're both
Yeah.
Lachlan, and then someone takes off his face
Well,
and
they're
it's just
like,
nothing.
they're like two midget ninjas in a suit that looks like you.
It's like the
you
Shadow
only
Box
buy
musical where they
ninja
have a
costumes
physical
now.
copy of
Yeah.
like the head.
Alright.
I think we should
Just use those
like,
ninja
it's
costumes
gone
for that
way
movie we
too
made
long.
in like Year 9 or something.
Oh man, does that still exist somewhere?
No, remember the footage?
Oh, it got corrupted.
It got corrupted
Is-
and no one ever saw it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So you know what?
Did we
We
do
made
that?
movies.
We did a film in like year 8. It was like we
Year
were ninjas. It was real bad.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
faked Japanese accents.
Did we
What?
did film in primary school, didn't we? Yeah.
Space.
Ching, ching,
Oh,
ching,
yeah.
ching,
Space.
ching.
I still have it. It's the
Oh my
worst thing
God.
ever.
Oh my
We
god,
had, like,
you need
a-
to give me a copy.
Yeah, I need a copy
I
of
need
that.
it.
It's like we.
I will
it was
put it on
me-
this channel.
It was me, James. I. What's his name? George.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
Hey.
the one obsessed with cars, but the one George.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Calling
Oh
out.
my god,
There's the
George.
sports one and the car one.
and what's
Yeah,
her
the
name?
football one.
The one with
Soccer
the
one.
lazy eye.
The girl with the
Male
lazy
or
eye.
female?
Female.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, that's it. Yeah, it's
Didn't we
me,
have, like,
Chelsea,
spaces?
James.
Purple ninja
Yeah,
costume.
like
Uh,
like cardboard box
white
with
clothes.
tinfoil around
Yeah.
it.
But like we had two people in space at once, so one of them had the hat, and the other one had like a motorbike helmet that had the flap open on the front
I remember-
on space.
I remember wearing the box. I don't know if I was in your group.
Yeah, it must have been a different.
Oh,
group.
Yeah,
I was
I
in-
think we were.
I think we were in a different group.
Yeah,
I remember
we got
we
some
had
assignment
like the same
groups.
kind of assignment. We were just like go to space, and I had a box
Yeah.
that was just wrapped in tin foil,
Yeah.
and I had to speak through like a plastic filter. It was like fucking weird.
I
Yeah.
played the Prime Minister
Oh.
as the thing where I was just like, we will send Aussies to the moon. Like, yeah, like we will like declare like new powers for ourselves. Yeah, like please donate money to the tip box. No. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Actually, if I find it, I'd track it down because I'm pretty sure I have a copy.
I think we're done.
And predicting Sean McCall's career, playing the Prime Minister.
Thank you all so much for watching another episode of the Mindless Show. This has been
A list of people that we've called out will be available at the very end. Is there anyone else anyone wants to call out?
Want to call out Donald Trump?
No, people that we can actually fight for our primaries, you know.
I'm gonna call out all of you.
There's a camera.
Calling out you,
and you. Andrew, if you don't give 4-77 his copy of Rue back, I'm gonna come and beat you up personally to settle the vendetta.
This has been 4-77, Celtic Druid, blartboi, Pink Salad, Schmidlab, Zama. I've been your host, Mr. Mindless. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe for more childhood memories of trauma and
Please subscribe for
and
more
tens.
content.
Subscribe.
Make sure you rate this video 5 stars.
Oh my ass!
What's other old YouTube things?
Good content.
Go to the comments which are up there or
Yeah,
something.
go to the comments. Don't forget to read the title. 5 stars. The annotations are down here. You'll have recommended videos above the comments up there.
And watch my videos on my channel, yeah.
Link in the description to his channel and to your channel.
Non-existent channel. Oh, no,
Pink
wait.
salad on YouTube.
I make low quality shit content,
Shit
so you'll
posting.
enjoy it.
Hey,
I think
hey, that fans trailer for Bull Cop
Blah.
3.
Ball
Yeah,
Glove
it's-
Muck Part
That's what you have to
3.
do. You have to make a fan film, Full Blood 3, Trump
He
edition.
made
Yeah.
the trailer.
The trailer for Part 3 was probably actually one of the best videos I've made. But now, like, my most popular video ever on my channel
It's like
is
80,000
it's
views.
it's a lazy town YouTube poop of Robbie Rowan dying, which I made before he got cancelled. So now all the 50% of the comments I get are just like, hey, that's not nice. He has cancer. We can't do that.
He's not cancer anymore. He's cured.
Yeah. It was like,
Power of me.
that's all I got, like, for ages comments on that. But now it has, like, 80,000 views. I think it got popular because it was called The Death of Robbie Rowan. Like, I called it before he even got cancer. So, like, I think it became popular because everyone was searching that hard because he had cancer.
Jeez.
And that's my claim to YouTube fame.
That's
I make money off people's potential deaths.
oh, you can do that for every other fictional
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford,
I'm planning to make a Joey's World Tour one, if any of you know Joey's World Tour.
Rick Astley.
Rick
Just
Astley.
have, just have the song.
Rick Astley dies. in
Rick
horrific
Astley
accident.
has died at the age of 50.
Alright, we'll goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye.
See you, good.
Bye,
Later.